are the messengers, because you are all here because you are messengers. What is that commitment from your own, again, dig deep into your own, what brought you here in the first place? So could you talk, please, I guess in conclusion, about the model and the messengers? Do you want to start, Lisa?
Okay, I noted several things that maybe we can commit to each other and to ourselves, of course, fundamentally. Number one, a fee and dividend on carbon. Number two, carbon neutral ourselves. Number three, working on divest, reinvest. Number four, using a health message that transcends political divide. Number five, faith leaders as messengers. And number six, our own personal sense of accountability, that it's not what we say, it's what we do. That's my list.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I think that's a perfect list. Well, you know, I mean, that's really one of the benefits of being with faith leaders, is we don't each have to reinvent the wheel. Your language might be different from the language of a different faith, a different tradition, but ultimately, if the truth is the same, we don't each have to come up and retranslate it into our own language. The only piece of that which I would add from a personal perspective in terms of being in a place like India has to do with the work that we're doing, but that I will reaffirm and recommit myself and our organizations to doing, which has to do with the green model of education. That it's not just about reduce, reuse, recycle, as important as that is, but that has to do also with reaffirming the traditional values in a society that's not even a generation away from them, which really are rooted in simplicity, rooted in family values, rooted in giving before taking, the exact antithesis of the market as the center of civilization. And to help hold that in the education as a counter force to the overwhelming media force, which is talking about consumerism, materialism, westernization as the highest ideal.
Great, thank you. Jonathan, do you want to?
So I think that one of the root causes of the environmental crisis is being net takers and seeking our pleasure satisfaction in the material instead of in the spiritual. And so therefore our root solution is becoming net givers and transitioning to a place of altruism, of where our deepest desire is to give to others, to give to the infinite, to give to the planet. And in that regard, a few practical ways that I think we can manifest that is by empowering each other, by promoting the teaching on faith and ecology in our own institutions and helping each other in whatever ways that we can. One practical way is that hopefully the video that will come from this, that we can share it with our own networks and promote it to others, and that we can share materials that others produce in their institutions in different ways. And that way that we can ourselves model this sustainable consciousness of giving, which I think is the new consciousness that will emerge as a result of this crisis.
Thank you, Dode.
Just to follow on from that, because I was listening to the list, which is perfect. I understand the desire to do something now and to nail it down, but I'm not sure I can do all of those things tomorrow. But one thing I can do, and that's in relation to this video, is I could make a promise myself, or as a commitment to try and hold on it, to see what comes out of this, to see how it is, see how it's motivating, to use it with the people, but also within 3 months to deliver a comment on it, and put it onto YouTube at least, or if it's acceptable, to come back so that we keep this thing going, right? And we can try and get more specific things that we can do. And I just wanted to make one other little soundbite at the end, just to do with this thing about commitment, which was mentioned, and I think that's a wonderful use of the word, because lots of people say they're involved in this project, they're involved in the environment. It's not a particular Muslim analogy, but just to end, it's an American analogy. It's a ham and eggs analogy, you know. The ham and eggs analogy is that the egg is involved in the breakfast. The pig is committed to it.
Owen.
Maybe we could be more voluntarily committed to things than the pig was to the breakfast.
Go ahead, Owen.
There are three values, basically, that emerge from the intersection of concern for ecological wholeness and social justice. I mean, you've stated one very clearly, which is turning from taking to giving, becoming a good steward. Another underlying value is interdependence, and it's a loving interdependence. As the Native American people, North Americans say, it's recognizing and being a part of relating to all of our relatives, which are natural as well as human. And a third value, which is elemental, and that's reverence. And Schweitzer is a person who pushed that into our awareness as white European people with his understanding of reverence for life. I think that's there where you have a respect for the identity and worth of each creation of God. Those three values, incidentally, are both secular and religious. They emerge as people plunge in. I think they're grounded in the order of creation itself. Now, in terms of action, I think it's quite clear to me our next step out of this event, and everybody that's going to be gathering here, there need to be regional events. And Fred has already led us in beginning to organize regional events where you have folks who are willing to take hold. Now, Lisa, you were down to North Carolina, but I think no one organization, like the Religious Campaign for Creation Care, we're not going to be able to spark all the events that need to occur, and things that need to go in Great Britain and all, you know, and in India. So I think we need to go back home. We need to bring folks together, just like people have done here, across this religious spectrum, at least, although we also need to bring people across racial and ethnic divides. And then to talk together, and then hold events where you talk, and you have to plan it and organize it, and then you organize out of it, but that organization out of it will be mostly reaching people in your own group.